Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to talk about one way you can find undervalued stocks. So there's a lot of ways you can go out. There's different fundamental things you can look at. But one very common way that you can kind of analyze a company's fundamentals and figure out if the current stock price is undervalued or not is book value per share. So what is book value per share? Book value per share, or BVPS, takes the ratio of a firm's common equity divided by its number of shares outstanding. Book value of equity per share effectively indicates a firm's net asset value, so that would be total assets minus total liabilities on a per share basis. So the formula here for book value per share is, again, your assets minus your liabilities, and you divide that by the outstanding shares. So let's actually take a look here at, a ticker or a stock, and I'll show you how to figure out that book value per share. So I'm going to pull up Apple here, ticker AAPL. And what you can do to find out that book value per share, I've come to Yahoo Finance. I'm going to go to the Financials tab here, and then I'm going to look at the balance sheet. So let's go down here, let's click Balance Sheet. All right. So this is actually showing the last 3 years of data, so since 2019 up to 2022. And what you want to look at here to figure this out is total assets here at the top. So you can see Apple has $352.7 billion in total assets. If you look at the next line, it is total liabilities net minority interest, so that's going to be at $302 billion. So you see an excess there, right, or a difference between total assets and total liabilities of about $50 billion. So that's where the common stock equity comes in. So you take that common stock equity, or that $50.6 billion number there, and then you can divide that by the number of shares issued, and you can see there are 15.9 billion shares issued. So if you actually come in and just pull up a calculator, let's go ahead and do kind of a rough conversion here. So let's just say we had about 50 billion in common stock equity, and we divide that by about 16 billion shares. You're looking at just over $3 or so. So let's come into the, there's another area here in Yahoo Finance that will actually do that for you and kind of tell you based on the most recent reporting quarter actually what that book value per share is. So if you actually come here to the Statistics tab, you can scroll down, and under the balance sheet part, you'll see the book value per share based on the most recent quarter. So here for the most recent quarter, I know we were showing some examples there from the end of 2022, but if you look at the most recent quarter, it's actually almost $4. That's the book value per share. So if you look at the actual price of Apple right now, you're going to see that they are way overvalued, and Apple is one of those stocks similar to Tesla that trades way above fundamental value, or way above book value per share. All right, so now that we've talked about book value per share and what it is, and we kind of know how we can use that to determine if a stock is undervalued, how do we go out and find those stocks? So one thing I like to do is use the stock hacker. So if you come up here to the top in Thinkorswim to the scan tab, you've got the stock hacker here, and what I like to do is come up here and click add filter in the upper right, and I'm going to use fundamental. I'm going to scroll down in this box, and I'm going to find price to book value ratio. So we talked about book value per share, so what this does is just compares the current price that it's trading at versus the book value. And we're going to look for a specific ratio here. So we're going to set our minimum to 0, and we're going to set our max to 1. So what this is going to give us is all of the stocks that are trading at or below book value. So that can help you to, to determine something that is, trading for a fair price or trading below, or, an undervalued stock. So if I hit scan here, I've got 900 results. It's quite a bit. Let's take a look here at one of the tickers. So ticker AAN, the Aaron's company, is trading at $15.65 right now. So let's actually go into Yahoo Finance and let's look up ticker AAN, or Aaron's, and let's come to the Statistics tab here in Yahoo Finance. and let's scroll down and look at the book value per share. So you can see their book value is actually almost $23, and they're trading at $15. This is definitely one way to find these undervalued stocks. Now, I will say this, you don't want to only look at book value per share in itself. This is one thing you can look at to help you. But, if a company comes out and they have like terrible guidance, or they say they're going to go bankrupt in 6 months, you need to consider other things. But if the company is profitable, their finances are doing okay, they've got positive earnings per share, they're able to do well on their earnings and like meet their revenue goals, meet their sales goals, they're able to hit their earnings per share goals. You can look at some of those other things to help you make a decision whether you want to go long or not. So don't use this in itself if you're looking to invest in a company, but it is definitely a very important thing you can look at. So hopefully, if you've never used book value per share before, or you've never even heard of it, hopefully this is something that can help you in finding good companies to invest in. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.